Cinemassacre's Monster Madness.
Fifth in the Gamera series, it's Gamera vs. Giran, known in the US as Attack of the Monsters. Why do none of these alternate titles have Gamera in it? It's like they didn't want people to know it's a Gamera movie. The movie begins talking about star clusters and galaxies, then scientists talking about, well, space. Then we cut to kids looking through a telescope who happen to spot a spaceship. The mom comes in and tells them to do their homework. This brings you back to an innocent time when kids didn't have things like video games to keep them occupied. They looked to the stars and used their imaginations. This is when the idea of space travel was like the coolest thing ever. And it still is. We just forgot, that's all. Perfect. Grown-ups have no dreams. Sums it up right there. The kids go exploring and find the grounded spaceship. They go inside, I guess the aliens are out for the day, and they have no trouble operating the thing. They go taking off like it's nothing. Ooh, I'm telling Mom, you took a spaceship. So they make it to outer space. Every kid's dream. They actually did it. Next thing, Gamera saves them from an asteroid, and you know what time it is? It's Gamera fun time. Next thing, they lose control of the ship. It ends up taking them to a distant planet where they witness Space Gauss fight against Giran, a monster with a saw on his head. Supposedly, they ran over budget, so they had to paint the old Gauss costume silver rather than creating a new monster. But I think it makes up for it with Giran. The saw on his head is 100% unique. It's not just for decoration either. He uses it. A lot. First, he deflects Gauss's laser, cutting off his foot. Then Giran cuts off his wings. Then decapitates him, and then slices him like pepperoni. Would you consider this scene too gory for children? Would anybody take this seriously? Well, apparently somebody did. The US version, released by AIP, removed any scenes that they thought were too violent. But when they were re-released for home video, marketed for kids, they put the scenes back in. And these were the same versions they used on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Quit while you're ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Ah!
But all those bargain DVDs were the butchered AIP versions. Nowadays, you can get the fully restored Shout Factory versions. Those are the ones to get, without a doubt. The kids go exploring inside the alien headquarters where the production design shows off. It's wonderful and cheesy. Then the aliens show up. Space girls. Gotta love the costumes. It gets even better. These space girls want to eat the kids' brains. They put one of the kids under hypnosis and ask him some questions, but the only thing on his mind is bagels. That's what happens when you have an open mind and an empty stomach. Then the kid tells them all about Gamera. You know what that means? Another flashback. Already this movie has been borrowing every plot element from Gamera vs. Virus, so why not the stock footage flashback scene as well? This one's only about 3.5 minutes. Anyway, Gamera comes to the planet to rescue the children. The aliens unleash Giran, who's under their control. The two monsters fight. It's one of the most awkward monster fights ever. These are my favorite shots when it's far away. Look at this picture. Look at what's going on here. Time for Monster Villain Superpower number 2, Ninja Stars. First time I ever saw a monster put ice on its wounds. Look at this editing, by the way. What just happened? Gamera was standing on ice. Now all of a sudden he's in the water. The monsters jump all around in slow motion. Might have something to do with the gravity on the planet. And the main highlight, let's see how many times Gamera can go around the pole. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got to go back around. Was it that important to show how Gamera got the momentum? Couldn't they just use a cutaway and then come back to Gamera flying off the pole? Then when Gamera gets stuck with more ninja stars, he dances. And it goes on and on. Okay, fine, yes, he's doing the go-go. Every shot lingers for way too long. That's what makes this fight scene one of a kind. It's so bad it's good. The grand finale is when Gamera sticks Giran's saw into the ground catches a missile and throws it into his head. Boom! What can be said about this movie? It's bonkers. The plot is basically a rehash of Gamera vs. Virus, but you can't go wrong. You have cheesy special effects, flashy spaceship interiors, a monster with a saw on his head, and space girls who want to eat children's brains. It's the perfect essence of cheesiness. Good stuff.